So 3 years I labored and suffered mentally to see this nation that we built turned upside down. I was poor and raggedy. I had no money, nothing. People thought I was a millionaire. The liars said I had ripped them off. But God is my witness. I have never taken as much as a dime or as little as a penny. For the 20 years that I worked as a student of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, I never asked my leader to give me a dime. He gave me a field to work, and he gave me knowledge, and I said, I'll work that field until my change comes. I want you to listen. When Elijah Muhammad became a hated man, I, as his spokesperson, was hated because I brought many of you to the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. And we watched the nation die. And because the nation died, there was no hope for black men. So our death produced the decline, the moral decline of the community. And many of us with knowledge went back into the street to become hustlers and drug pushers and criminals and lowlifes with the knowledge of God in our heads. But there would come a time when I said, I can't let my leader's name be written out of history. I can't let a man that meant so much to so many, who did so much for so many, who suffered so long for so many, be written out of history because some aspect of his life was misunderstood by members of his family or by his ministers. So I decided, with the help of God, to rebuild the work of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. I had no money, nobody with me, but one brother. I didn't steal followers from Imam Warithuddin Muhammad. I didn't go around trying to get people to follow me. I decided I would start, and whosoever will, let him come. And I began to work. There was no man. The field was there, but there was no man. And I said, well, God, here am I. Send me, I'll go. I don't mind dying, but I gotta see the black man live again. You know how difficult it was to lift up Elijah Muhammad's name in that hour, because love had turned to hate, and the hearts of the people had waxed cold. But I went on regardless. Go ahead. I went to the ministers and asked them, will you help me? The ministers of Muhammad. And they said, we ain't helping you. So Allah was with me. The older brothers, some of you brilliant ones in here, had been hurt so deeply, you didn't want to try again. You said, well, maybe so, Farrakhan, but I ain't coming, man. So I had to go in a field and take young men that were neophytes, that were new, they had no experience, to help me get the nation back up again. With the help of God and the charity of the believers, we got back the homes of Elijah Muhammad. They're not mine. My name ain't nowhere on it.
Go ahead.
I gave it all back to you because that's who it belongs to. The mosque is yours.
Go ahead.
The sales and office building, we got it back. It's yours. We're building the Salam again. It's yours. I want to show you that nothing you did yesterday was in vain. It was all in preparation for the rise of a nation, not a few people. Some of my Muslim brothers from the East offered me millions of dollars not to raise up Elijah Muhammad's name. If I were after money, I would have took their money and gone and got quiet. But I'm not after money, I'm after you. I know if you rise, the future is great for all of our people. But if you remain as you are, we are all sentenced to death. The government on me. Right now, they're preparing to destroy Farrakhan and the Nation of Islam. Right now, they want Farrakhan dead, not alive. They want to use my brother Khaled's words against me and divide the House as they did in 1964. These same enemies are so terrified that over 10,000 black men stood up and thousands had to be turned away tonight. They're terrified. We gotta stop that nigger, they say. We gonna kill that nigger, they say. Oh, but America, I warn you. Dear brothers, while I appreciate you calling my name, Farrakhan is born to die, but Allah is the ever-living. And therefore it would be more appropriate if you said, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. That's the cry. We know that members of the Jewish community are the most organized, rich, and powerful, not only in America, pardon me, but in the world. They don't want Farrakhan to do what he's doing. They're plotting as we speak. Go ahead. They want to use some of our brothers. And some of our brothers are willing to be used to curry favor with them against the rise of our people. But I'm saying this to you to say this. I'm not trembling. I'm not afraid. I know, and I want you to know, that I could never have done this without Allah's divine help and intervention. Farrakhan can't do this kind of work. This is the work of Allah, and you must recognize Allah's hand when you see it. Go ahead. Go ahead. So it is not me that the government is fighting. They are fighting God.